Okay, our driver is here. He's doing a pre-trip inspection on his vehicle, checking all of his fluid levels, making sure everything looks pretty good. You really want to make sure all your headlights are working, your clearance lights, your tires are in good condition, the tread's in good condition, and he's checked all that already. And now he's about to move around to the inside of the vehicle, and he's going to start checking all of his equipment to make sure it's tied down properly. You can see he has straps holding down the heavy equipment and keeping it in place. Another thing you'll notice about this vehicle, it's in very good condition as far as housekeeping. It's very clean inside. Checking the heavy equipment back here, making sure it's in place and that it's secure. And everything looks pretty good, and I think we're going to take off now. Okay, our driver's going to get ready to back out of his spot here. You can see right now he's checking his mirrors to make sure his mirrors are set properly. If you remember from the classroom, we talked about the proper way to set mirrors. Make sure you can just see your vehicle, get a good look at it on the sides, and then kick those mirrors out just a little bit. You can see he's getting his seatbelt on. Very important. It's a state law in North Carolina. You have to wear your seatbelt. Getting ready to back up, using his mirrors the way he should. Backing up cautiously and slowly, keeping his eyes moving in his mirrors the whole time. And our driver's getting ready to leave now. And what we're going to do now, we're going to get inside the vehicle and we're going to do some commentary driving. Okay, the first thing we want to talk about is cell phone use. You can see here our driver's pulled over on the side of the road to use his cell phone, and he's not using it while he's driving. In the state of North Carolina, texting is illegal, and you want to make sure that when you do get a cell phone call, you want to try to pull over on the side of the road like we've done here to use it. Okay, we're going to start our commentary drive here, and you can see we're approaching an intersection. We have a vehicle coming head-on towards us, going to make a right-hand turn. A dump truck with a trailer, and in front of us we have a storage vehicle that seems to have stopped. So we're going to just go ahead and keep an eye on him and make sure. There he goes. He's starting to go again. All right, so we're approaching a stop sign. Now, what we do when we come to a stop sign, the safest thing to do is you want to stop short of that stop sign, about a car length, because you want to allow pedestrians to use this crosswalk here. And we don't want them to have to step out into the traffic in order to cross in front of us. So you want to leave room, but enough room where you can see. So our driver's looking left, right, and then left again. And now we're going to make our turn. Now, one of the things we want to do is try to look as far ahead as we possibly can. We can see right here, there's a warning sign telling us that there's a traffic signal up ahead. And so as we look over the hill, we can see the traffic signal there. It's a stale green light. Whenever we approach a stale green light, we want to approach it cautiously because, certainly it could change on us. Now, when we hit the point of no return zone, which is right about here, it's okay to go through that light. But until that point, we want to make sure we have our foot over the brake and that we're prepared to stop. A stale green light is any light that we didn't see turn green. Now, as we come around this turn here, we look over the hill, we can see our speed limit's 45, and we're doing the speed limit right now. There's that truck in front of us that made the right-hand turn. He just went around the turn up ahead of us. So we have a blind curve here, so we're going to let off the gas. Managing our space cushion, you can see we have no one in front of us. There is a vehicle behind us. If I look in the mirror, you can see there's a truck there behind us. So you want to keep your eyes moving constantly. Here's another warning sign telling us that a traffic signal is ahead. Sometimes we take these warning signs for granted. We should try our best to observe them when we see them because they are helpful and they help us as we go down the road. So here we see this stale green light is now turned yellow. We're going to prepare to stop. And as we said, you want to stop a little bit short of that light, about a car length or at least a half a car length. See, we want to leave room for this truck that's getting ready to turn here. Now, when you're sitting in an intersection like this, you want to make sure you keep your eyes moving. You want to look left, you want to look to the right, keep a good eye in your mirrors. You never want to get a fixed stare on that traffic signal, because when you do that, it kind of washes out your peripheral vision. There's a vehicle pulling up on the right-hand side here, and he stopped, and a guy getting ready to turn in front of us. We're going to keep an eye on him, and we're going to make some eye contact with that driver, and we did. So he knew we were coming through. We knew it was safe. Driver in the car next to us right now looks like he's texting on his cell phone. This is the kind of thing you have to deal with all the time. If you look over there, you see him. There he is. He's texting on his cell phone. Certainly not watching what he's doing on the road, and now he's actually speeding. So these are the things we have to deal with. Just made a lane change without using his turn signal. So these are the types of things we have to deal with every day as professional drivers. See, we have the pack of cars in front of us. Have a vehicle pulling up on the right here. Keep an eye on that guy. And you can see the pack up there. They drove together in a pack for no reason, racing from light to light. They just got the red light up ahead. And there's a guy just changed lanes without a turn signal in the silver van that's directly in front of us. Drivers do this quite often. They drive in these packs together and they race from light to light, and they really get no benefit from it. So as soon as this light changes here, we're going to take off and do some more commentary. And watch this pack, because you're going to notice that they're going to be there the whole time. There they go. They all took off together. They're all racing together. We're staying back here in our space cushion. And we're going to see those guys again. Approaching another, what looks to be a stale green light up ahead. Packs all driving together, crossing over. And there's the light. And there they are. They're all stuck again at the light, making lane changes at the last minute. Look at those guys there. They just went through a red light, the guy in the silver Jeep. Okay, we're approaching an intersection up ahead here. See the little pickup truck in front of us just made a right-hand turn. Now, one of the things I want you to watch here is the pack driving. You notice in front of us here we have several vehicles in a pack, and when the light changes, just want you to keep an eye on them, because you'll notice the typical drivers like to stick together in a pack. Also, you can see here that our driver stopped short enough because we wanted to leave some space here for this driveway, for this gas station. You don't want to block the driveway. You want to make sure you leave some space there in case someone wants to pull out. Okay, so the green light for the left-hand turn for this intersection is changed. Now we're waiting for the red light to change to green. There it goes. And there goes the pack. You can see they're all sticking together up ahead there. Driving together, all bunched up. We're going to see those guys again at the next intersection. Okay, here we're sitting at an intersection, and a log truck here went through a red light and actually made a U-turn in the middle of the intersection and sitting out in the traffic. Just unbelievable what some drivers will do. You never want to make a U-turn like this guy did here. The best thing to do is to go to the next intersection and turn around, or the next exit ramp and come back that way. We're still in the same street here that we were on earlier, watching the packs of cars. Little car just darted out there. Keep an eye on that guy. You can see the cluster. They're ahead of us. I can still see that white pickup truck. The guy's speeding for no reason at all. He's not going to get any benefit out of it. Here you'll get a good example. Once they come around the turn, you see them all up there together. See them all sticking together up there. When you drive like that, you just don't have an out. There's a vehicle wanting to pull out on the right. Keep an eye on that guy. Another good reason not to dart from light to light and race, from one green light to another, is it really does a lot of wear and tear on your vehicle. Maintenance costs are a lot cheaper on your vehicle if you're a good defensive driver and if you're a space cushion driver. It helps your vehicle last longer, your brakes, your engine, and all your other components. There's the pack. There, as you can see, is the white pickup truck. Did all that racing for nothing. Okay, there goes his tail lights going off. We make our left-hand turn now. We didn't get much of a green light there. That turned to a yellow light pretty quickly. Alright, now as we enter the highway here, we need to match the speed of the vehicles on the highway. They're doing about 55 to 60, so we're going to have to get our speed up and at the same time make sure we merge in safely. Driver's watching his mirrors, looking over his shoulders before he enters the highway. And you can see we have the whole pack of cars up in front of us, all sticking together. And here we are in our space cushion, which is really the safest place to be. We have no one around us. We do have a couple of vehicles behind us, I can see. But this is where we want to be, in a safe place with our space cushion. And it's kind of a difficult challenge sometimes to manage a space cushion, but you do the best you can. When you're in heavy traffic, certainly, that's one of the most difficult times. Okay, coming around a turn here, we see an exit ramp. Watching our vehicles that are in front of us, someone might want to get off that ramp and cut in front of us, and we're good. We're going to establish a following distance using this vehicle that's cutting in front of us right now. And when you're on the highway, you want at least a 5 or 6 second following distance. So you want to take a marker. We're going to use this exit sign up ahead to count off as it passes. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, 4 1000, 5 1000, 6 1000. So we had a perfect 6 second following distance behind that vehicle in front of us. Now we just passed that exit ramp, so some of these vehicles coming on the highway may want to cut in front of us, and we want to be prepared for that. But we have a great high lead time, we have a great following distance, and a great space cushion. Okay, we're going to see our G&W truck coming down the highway here. Again, you can see these clusters, all these vehicles clustered together. Okay, I can see our G&W van coming over the hill here, and already I can see he has a great space cushion around him. He's in the center lane. He has no traffic from side to side, has a great following distance between himself and the vehicle in front of him, and you can see it's just a great, great management of his space cushion. When you're in this space cushion, you're less likely to have an accident, and you're certainly going to have much more time to react to danger. If you look, for example, up ahead here, you can see this whole cluster of cars coming in, and they're all remaining together in a pack like that. And here we are in our space cushion. Our driver's doing a great job of managing the space, and certainly giving himself an out, and just a good example of space cushion driving. Okay, as we make this left-hand turn here, we see we have road construction ahead. Okay, as we come up ahead here, we see a road crew worker, flagger. He's got his slow traffic sign out, so we're going to have to be cautious through this area. Like they're scraping the edge of the highway here. It's always better to be patient and wait till you have the room to go, and now we do. Okay, we've entered a pretty busy parking lot right here, and It's a really good example of the hazards you can come across in parking lots. You know, we have pedestrians walking. You see them, they're in the area. There's one right ahead of us right there, crossing. You can see the crosswalks where the pedestrians are walking. There's some more here. There's a guy backing out in a red car. So you can see when you're in this situation, you have to really constantly keep your eyes moving and watch what's going on. There's a little red car. He wants to back out, and we're going to let her do that. Remember how important eye contact is. We have some pedestrians right here on our left coming across us. We stopped to let the vehicle back out, and then they took advantage and jumped right in front of us. So you can see it's just constant eye movement. A good defensive driver is constantly making a lot of eye movements. This girl here making a left-hand turn, no turn signal whatsoever. Right as we turn in here, we actually have some buses. There's one over there. Want to keep an eye on those guys. And we also have the speed bumps. Got to deal with those when you're in these parking lots. When it comes to pedestrians, if a pedestrian doesn't see you, a good courteous way to let them know that you're coming is 2 light toots on the horn. And you don't want to lean on the horn and scare them, maybe have them jump back in the street, you know, or do something unsafe, but just give them a light toot of the horns and then they know you're there. So defensive driving, space cushion driving requires a lot of vigilance. You have to constantly look around you the whole time, try to make eye contact with other drivers and keep your eyes moving. And that's really the best way to stay safe and stay out of accidents on the highway.